Welcome to Exposing Mold's Thursday edition of Wellness Wednesday. Today, we are going to just share with you some information about a fundraiser that we are hosting. We have decided to put together a fundraiser for people who are currently mold avoiding. And Alicia, do you want to go ahead and share some details about the fundraiser?
Yeah, sure. So we are running this awesome fundraiser for our most in need people and families. We had compiled some stories of those and put it into a wonderful video that we'll show here today. But this, we had someone reach out a couple months ago or a month ago, right, Keely? And they're asking, what do you guys offer to the mold injured community? And we didn't really want to spoil the surprise and tell them what we had in store, but we really wanted to first hop on the bandwagon of Giving Tuesday and start this fundraiser, and we're extending it until December 15th. So we're basically just raising money, and we're at a $5,000 goal right now. We've raised 11% of that, and we have about a week left of this fundraiser. So if you haven't donated, please do so today. We'll go ahead and put the link in the comment section below. But 100% of the donations that we do receive will be given to those who are most in need. So those who are struggling with eviction and living in their vehicles, and people who are having a really hard time making ends meet because of just how toxic mold basically just ruins your life, especially if you've become hypersensitive. It's extremely hard to work through what's going on with you. And once you finally understand, then you have to wade through the noise of people providing very bad advice, trying to take your money for remediation and testing, and God knows whatever else they're doing out there to prey upon these people that are having a really hard time. So we know, because we've been there, we've all been taken advantage of in some sort. We hang out in all these Facebook groups and we see the very bad advice that people are giving that are leaving people homeless or making people go crazy. And so we're basically here to provide funds for anyone who needs help. We do have an application that you just have to fill out just to verify who you are and your situation. We are giving out food and gas gift cards to these people via mail or digitally. So whatever you're willing to accept, we can send it that way. And we are throwing in $500 from Exposing Mold. And anyone who matches that $500, we will shout out your organization in a thank you post on our social media accounts. And we will also place you in our Exposing Mold podcast, where we will thank you for your donation and for helping the many people that have already applied for this fundraiser. So I'd love to just go ahead and show you guys this video. I've been working really hard on this. And I think it really speaks to what we go through as mold hypersensitives.
When my daughter, when she runs, and she loves running, but when she runs, she's like, Mom, my heart hurts, and she's 7 years old. That's hard.
I had everything from nausea, vomiting, vertigo, to the point where I had to hold on to walls to get from one room to the next, gastrointestinal issues. And that GI doctor just laughed at me when I said that I had, mold illness. He was like, oh, he gave me a hug before I left. He says, yes, I don't want to touch you. You might give me mold. And it was just like, I just wanted to just choke the man. I was so livid by his reaction because I was suffering terribly.
I'm down at 0 and I'm been exposed constantly. So I have no clue. Like my best future bet right now is just been able to get like an old apartment down here and continue working here, so I'm not in a homeless shelter. That's my future.
It has affected my family to a great deal. My mother was just calling me a few minutes ago, and she usually calls to check on me because she's worried. Sort of this mold avoidance lifestyle, which is a bit unconventional, can create a little bit of anxiety. Another factor is just not being able to spend time with them, because most, if not all, my family members' buildings are basically intolerable for me to even spend holidays with them.
I have a lot of neural issues. I can't think, I can't remember things, I can't express myself. It's like I lost myself, you know what I mean? And I have like vision issues, I'm dizzy all the time, I have migraines. It's a sad world. And you don't ever think like that it's gonna happen to you. But when it does happen to you, it's bad. Like I can't leave my house because what if I go somewhere and I have a reaction? Like I can't go to a relative's house because I react to their houses.
Like I'm grateful I'm not completely bedridden, but it doesn't mean that I don't feel like complete crap all the time. It's like I have to get up. I have 2 children to care for. I don't have the option to let someone else take care of my kids.
Even after I've convinced somebody about what's going on with me, then they're still like, yeah, okay, right, whatever, or yeah, or understanding the weight of it. I had a conversation with my husband, and I'm an artist. I was an artist, and I had one of my pieces in my house that was above our sink, and he's like, I think I found that original fish painting of yours. And I said, oh, the one above the sink? And he went, oh, that's not there anymore, I moved that. And I just felt my whole, like, I don't know, it's just like my stomach just dropped out of me, it just tore me to pieces. He was walking through there and he was kind of telling me what was on the walls, and I didn't want to know anymore. I wanted that house to burn up, with all of me in it, just everything that was left over from my past. It would have been a lot easier if it had gone away in a fire, because it just feels like my tomb, I died in that house. And I don't think anybody will ever understand that. I just,
It's scary. There's nowhere to go for help. Who's there to help us? There's nobody to help us. I'm sick every day. Who's there to help me? Who's there?
Hi, I'm Alicia Swami, co-founder of Exposing Mold, the only nonprofit organization that is helping families navigate mold illness and hypersensitivity. In the spirit of the holidays, our foundation is running a fundraiser to help those that have been affected by toxic mold. 100% of the donations received will be given to those that you've seen on the video today, but also those that have applied for financial assistance with our organization. The people that go through mold often have all odds stacked up against them. Your donation isn't just providing financial assistance, but you are sending a message that you realize their potential for life. So like you, they can be a vessel for service to humanity. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video today. And more importantly, thank you so much for your support. Visit exposingmold.org and click on the Help the Mold Injured tab at the bottom of the page to donate.
Alicia, you did such a nice job with that video. Thank you so much for making that. You beautifully captured just some pain points that just bring people to tears. Like when Orly describes the pain of watching her 7-year-old say that her heart hurts. Just like any mom, I feel like can really relate to that if they've watched their kids be sick. And when Carrie says that she died in that house and nobody will ever realize that, wow, that just, it really touched me because it's like, I feel like you lose that old version of yourself when you go through something this intense. And I just feel like you did such a good job capturing that experience for people.
I think it was really hard to make. I cried throughout the entire process. Each person I interviewed probably for 2 hours per person. And, I really just wanted to capture the impact of what we go through. And everyone just had these bright moments of just feeling an emotion as to what we deal with. And I think people don't really understand when someone says you've been made injured by molds, or I'll tell people I was sick by mold. They really don't understand the lengths of just horrible nightmare stuff that we go through. And this video was just so hard to make, but I feel like it needed to be done because we do need to let the world know what we all go through and how it affects us individually and how it affects our children, our families, just our entire beings. And I think I did a good job at capturing that in this video. And we really hope that anyone that is watching this just really knows the love and the heart that we put into just everything that we do with exposing mold. We are the only watchdog group that exists out there in the world for people who go through this, because we're just so tired of seeing just the madness of people taking advantage of other people or not believing them or whatever. So we really stepped up to the plate to be this group where you can rely on us. And, the information of mold avoidance and everything is coming from the source of Eric Johnson and not through parroters trying to make a buck. And so we're really here to establish ourselves as a group that protects you guys and looks out for people and really tries to do the best and the highest good that we can, and always proceed with the truth. I think at the end of the day, the truth always wins out. So, Eric, Keely, you guys have anything to say?
Well, it sounds a little unusual to make a claim that we're the only group that's really pursuing this aggressively. And yet we can see that when we sign into these Washington White House briefings or the CDC, NIH, or the MECFS symposiums, there's no mold experts there. It's just us.
Yeah, we sat in on that CDC NIH meeting the other day, right? Eric and Keely, you guys were there most of the time, but thankfully I was able to pop in and ask a question. And I just asked them, what are you guys doing? Are you looking at mold? Are you looking at environmental illness or issues? And they're not. They don't want to look into it. They're passing it over to the environmental docs. And what are they doing?
Yeah, even the environmental doctors aren't engaging with the CDC, NIH in any meaningful way. So really, it's up to us if we want to make change on this. We're trying to move the bar on mold illness being accepted so that people don't have to go through this disbelief, having their family members, their doctors turn away from them.
Eric, I love that you said that, and I feel like that comment really brings this video full circle, because one of the things that Alicia pointed out in the intro was that people are asking our organization as a charity, what are you doing to help mold injured people? And while we do want to do a holiday fundraiser for the mold injured community, we actually aren't really fundraising to directly support funds to go to mold injured people, because we're looking at this from a bigger picture, right? If we were going to fundraise directly for mold injured people, we have to fundraise from our audience. So we're asking our own audience, those who have been most impacted and most hurt financially, physically, emotionally from mold illness for money to support other mold injured people, which isn't really going to work. So a bigger part of our fundraising efforts is, which a charity is like welcome to do, is to have classes, memberships, services, so that we can grow our organization, so that we can do things, bigger projects in the future that we want to do, which is more on the research end, and maybe some really big experiments to kind of prove more of the effect in Eric's theory. And that's really the goal and the mission of our organization, which we have. We don't want to ask the people that we're serving for money to help the people that we're serving. And I think we come under fire as an organization for that sometimes, and that's fine. Like, we can have this conversation if we need to. But really, we have to have efforts that are generating money to have money to actually create something meaningful for the audience that we are serving. And I just wanted to kind of make that point, that that's the mission of our organization.
Yeah, I think, because we all are behind the scenes, so we know what's going on and what we're doing. We have a lot of cool stuff in the pipeline. And at the end of the day, it really does seem like we're kind of the only organization that's really putting pressure on these larger entities to recognize this, but we're also putting in our own time, efforts, and funding that we have raised in other avenues into validating this illness, because it seems like even the most prized doctors that claim that they know hypersensitivity, or the most prized mold testing companies that praise that they know how to find or prove mold hypersensitivity, they really don't. And so they're doing a big disservice to a lot of people who come to see them who are hypersensitive, fail their programs, and then they go back and they push it on them like it's their fault. It's their body's fault. It's whatever. And so I really feel like we're the only organization that's really helping this population. And, we might be a small population now, but from what Eric has seen, it's just been growing exponentially. And what happens when you have a huge chunk of the population extremely sick and hypersensitive, and then you have no answers. So we're really the only organization working hard to validate this, research this, and also just advocate for this. So that's all for me, you guys. If you have anything else, feel free to chime in.
I just wanted to say to you, Alicia, thank you for making that video. I feel like that really highlighted your skill set, and it was such a touching video. And for you to spend all that time talking with everyone to collect these stories, to create this, it was just very like above and beyond to kind of showcase like the emotional vulnerability and the physical vulnerability that people experience. And I just wanted to say thank you for doing such a great job with this.
Well, thanks, Keely. And, at the end of the day, I really just do it for the greater good of everyone. I don't really know where these skills come from or where I have the time, but it just sort of happens. And, before these projects, I always feel really nervous because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And then I just do it. And it's like, I feel like there's just some sort of energy. I don't know. Some may call it God. Some may call it something else. That's really working through me to just provide help and just really showcase what's going on in a meaningful way. And I wouldn't be able to do this without you, Keely, or without you, Eric. I really feel like sometimes we get looked upon as the bad people, but we're really like Batman, like we're these vigilantes that are really just trying to fight the bad guys, but somehow get the bad rep. Who knows? But at the end of the day, again, we always pursue everything that we do with the highest level of integrity and truth.
Wait, I have to make a joke.
Okay, go.
Is that why nobody likes Eric? Because he's really Batman?
That's probably why.
Doesn't Batman have this history of like people in real life not liking him? Like he's like the most misunderstood superhero.
Yeah, I definitely think Eric is Batman, at the end of the day, and we're all sort of just, riding on the fringes of things. But
now I don't know if we should get him rum for Christmas or a Batman outfit. Oh, let's get them both and then make a video. That would be fun.
Definitely rum.
Definitely rum. Okay.
For anyone who knows
Fine.
Eric, he loves rum, so please send it over to him. Let us know. We'll send you our business address and you can send him a bottle of rum for the holidays.
I was gonna say contact us for the PO box to ship Eric some.
Yeah. Eric definitely deserves millions and millions of cases of rum for his lifetime, just for his service.
If you know anyone at Bacardi who wants to sponsor Eric's work, reach out to us.
Captain Morgan, right?
Okay, I'm gonna stop now.
We should do a Captain Morgan photo shoot with Eric. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining us and taking the time to listen to what we had to say and also watch our video. And please donate to our fundraiser. Again, 100% of the proceeds that we do raise are going to be sent to those who have applied for assistance. We have a list of about 23 people that have applied for help. So we really want to make sure that we give everyone a sizable donation for the holidays. So we do have 7 days left in our fundraiser here, and we have reached 11% of our goal currently. Let's make it 100% or more. We'd love to just raise as much as we can and go beyond that. But we do want to hit our goal, and we do want to send these people and their families help for the holidays. So thank you again, everyone. We'll see you next time. Oh, Keely, do you want to say something?
Oh, I just wanted to say, because, yeah, thanks for catching that.
Yeah, sure.
I was going to just shut up because I thought you were ending it. I was like, oh, we'll talk later. We do have a verification process just to make sure that people who are applying are real people really doing mold avoidance who really need help. So make sure that you carefully read that and fill out all of the verification process to verify your identity. Alicia did mention to me that not everyone who applied, maybe about half, haven't finished the verification process, and we don't want anyone to be harmed or hurt or disappointed because they thought they applied and they didn't finish it. So make sure you do the verification. We're doing this to ensure that real profiles and real people are seeking help, just so that everyone gets a fair portion of what's donated. So I just wanted to add that.
Oh, that was so awesome. Thank you so much. And if you guys have any questions about it or anything else, please let us know. Send an email to exposingmold@gmail.com, or you can DM us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever we are. We'll have answers for you. All right, everyone. Thanks again.